I'm Ben Morse.
I'm Ryan Panagos.
I am Charles Soule.
That's right. We're here with the Soul Man on Friday afternoon.
That's what everyone calls me.
Ready
The
to-
Soul Man. Yeah.
Yeah? Like the
Everybody.
movie from the 80s?
Yeah, like my mom calls me that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Why does your mom? Wait, what does your? Why shouldn't your mom be called like the Soul Woman?
Like Chuck? Like
She
She
Charles?
calls me that.
She calls you the Soul Man.
Yeah, the Soul Man.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
good.
I feel like there's more questions here, but let's go. in
No,
that
this is
direction.
all I want to talk
go in a
about
different
on this
direction.
panel.
What other nicknames did your mom give you throughout your life?
Sport.
Tiger?
Well, this
Slugger?
is not an all ages. I mean, it's an all ages panel, right? So
Yeah.
I can't really. Yeah, I can't say any of the other ones. None of them,
It's a
unfortunately.
Hard PG-13.
Yeah.
Hard PG-13.
Yeah.
Still,
Okay.
no, it's filthy.
I'm so
It
sorry
was
for
either,
your
either the
upbringing.
when it was good, it was the Soul Man.
Yeah.
When I wasn't, it was
Ooh.
everything else.
Ooh,
Everything
boy.
else.
So
Yeah.
Death of X is out there. You are co-writing it with Jeff Lemire.
Yes.
Aaron
The
Cooter-
Lemire Man.
The Lemire Man.
That's what his mom called him.
Yes.
Yeah. Aaron Cooter is drawing it.
Yes. And
And-
Maury Hollowell is coloring it and doing a
Roy
heck of a
Hollowell's
job.
coloring it. The whole thing was great. I loved the first issue.
Thank you.
He especially loved all the crystal scenes.
I loved all the Crystal
Your
scenes.
favorite, right? As I understand
As
it.
everyone knows, I hate Crystal. From when I was a kid, she was cheating on Quicksilver with Black Knight, and I thought it was inappropriate. Then I dug up a little more details on it. I found out she cheated on Johnny Storm with Quicksilver. She cheated on Quicksilver with some real estate agent. Basically, it's a
With some real estate agent?
yeah,
With some
for real.
real estate agent?
in the
Just going around selling houses
Yeah.
and then like just,
Who
getting
was
in there.
he? Some Norm. He was
Some flat scan.
yeah,
Uh.
skin. So it takes a lot to get me to like a Crystal story. But she was so obnoxious in this story too. She was so happy that they were going out and saving lives and making
I think
things
she
happen.
was, but at the same time, I thought when they got to all the craziness, all the warring parts,
She was all business.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
all business,
Yeah.
and she did a great job being
Everything
a leader.
she needed to do
She did
to,
fine.
to save people. She
Look,
did fine.
Charles,
did-
you
she-
write
yeah.
you
Good
write
job.
my
She did
favorite
fine.
Crystal of all time. How's that?
Okay, which I
Okay.
understand is
Low
a
bar.
incredibly low bar, but I will
bar.
take it.
And
Thank
you
you.
have leapt over it magnificently, like
Hey, all
like a
right.
gazelle.
A gazelle.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no,
That's
Death of
good.
X #1
A
was
soul
pretty intense.
gazelle.
Yes, a soul gazelle.
Death of X #1 super intense.
Yeah.
Where are we headed from here? What's coming up #2? Whereas we head into IVX.
Honestly, it gets, the whole arc of the Death of X IVX story is, so Death of X is the story that kind of put the X-Men and the Inhumans at odds and started their Cold War that they've been having for the last 8 months or so. And then IVX is when that explodes into open craziness.
Hot war.
So yeah, hot war, exactly. That's what they call it. So the arc of it needs to just go up and up, and the tension needs to ratchet tighter and tighter and tighter, and the stakes need to get higher and higher and higher. And that's really what we're doing. Death of X is a prologue that is in some ways very focused on Emma Frost and Cyclops, who are two ex-people who we have not really seen in the books for a while, and it's been a blast to write them. I would write Emma Frost all day long, and Cyclops is also very cool.
Yeah.
And so it's been neat to see those characters and kind of focus on them a little bit and do cool things with them. And then IVX is the entire mega cast of all the Inhumans and all the X-Men universe, which is like, I don't know, 7 trillion-y, billion-y characters.
Who's the deepest pull in human that you're using in IVX?
Deepest pull in human?
Yeah. Which I recognize there are deeper pull
I
X-Men.
mean, I will say, over the last couple of years, you've gone pretty deep with the Inhumans.
Very
I mean,
deep.
making Eldrak
Yeah.
show up in
Eldrak is
multiple
cool.
issues.
Yeah.
Eldrax was the show, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, there's an opportunity for me to go to really go mega deep with the Inhuman stuff. I haven't. Jeff and I haven't.
Maggot deep for a sec, like you're talking about
Maggot.
the X-Men.
Yes, Maggot. Everyone's
deep.
favorite. Everyone's. Jeff and I have not finished writing IVX yet, so
Okay.
there's lots of possibilities
Sure.
here.
So you can see anybody.
You could see anybody, and there's been a lot of cool Inhuman stories told over the years. There's a lot of places we could go, and their power sets are all, it all makes sense. And you have a big, gigantic war with X-Men and mutants. You gotta, pull out all the stops, really.
Empty out the bench, baby.
Exactly. Everybody's got to be on deck.
How many co-writing gigs have you done before? Is
Yeah.
this have you done much?
This is where I was going to.
I'm not like I'm trying to rack my brain. I can't think of many.
I haven't done it very many times.
Okay.
I would say this is my third where I've
Okay.
actually been sort of actively sharing scripts with somebody else.
How's it going?
Is it
Well-
a lot of tension?
Is it okay?
Is it
Yeah.
like little knife
Is it okay?
fights?
Well, Lemire, thank God, is Canadian.
Oh, yeah.
So
Well, you're
it-
fine.
Nicest
yeah,
people around.
exactly.
Just
So it's
steamroll
totally
right over
fine.
it.
Just a wonderful people.
No, he's great, and it's nice when you feel like the guy who's doing the other half of the heavy lifting is as good as Jeff Lemire. So it's mostly we just let Aaron Kuder draw everything, and then Lanil Yu, the amazing Lanil Yu, is drawing the IVX series. So we just sort of type some words, and then they draw things, and it's great.
Now, Aaron's written stuff himself in the past. So
He
does
did.
he have input as well when you guys are breaking the story?
Yeah,
Or is he
it's
just
been-
going full art.
Well, he's full art, but the way that he approaches it is, he'll take the beats that we give him and alter them and in very cool ways. He'll add things to, there's neat scenes with a lot of characters, and we'll generally give direction for the ones that are talking or something like
Yeah.
that, the ones that are focused on. But then in the background, he'll have them doing cool things, and it's just really makes it live, just like this show, which is live.
Yeah, so
Yeah, no,
live.
everything's
Yeah.
happening
Yeah.
all the time.
Uh-huh.
But unlike one of the characters in the pivotal
good
scene.
segue.
Oh, are we
Death
supposed to? Are we allowed to?
I don't know.
I mean,
let's
the
not
book is
spoil
out.
it.
I don't
Let's
want
not
to spoil it too
spoil
much,
it.
but there's
We can talk about
Death
it.
is
We
in the
know who
title
we're
of the
talking
series.
about.
It's true. It's
Death
true.
plays a major
And
role
death,
in this first issue.
Death comes a calling
Yeah.
for a beloved character.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say there's a huge body count.
Yes,
Huge
in this
body
issue.
count
Huge
in
body
issue
count.
one alone.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this is so. Have you had any backlash here
Yes,
at the show?
my Twitter's been very fun.
I can imagine.
It's been a
Must
great,
have
great
very
time.
fun
For a character
Uh,
or characters who may have not been even in the spotlight for a long time.
Yeah, I really like that character.
Sure, I think
and
everyone does.
Yeah, and I've written that particular. I love this dancing around it, but I really like that character, and it's fun to write. It used to be fun to write him. Now
Yeah,
this
now it's
character is
probably
dead. Now it's kind of a
uninteresting.
drag. Yeah.
There's a great story left to tell though of that
Oh,
character's corpse and the collection
Yeah,
there.
absolutely. I
Yeah.
think that there is a. I mean, if there's any character, this at some point come back to the show, and this will all make a lot more sense than it does right now. Where the. There's a way out for that
there's an
probably.
easy out.
Easy
Yeah,
out.
for sure.
But
they've used it before.
yeah,
This is
but
not the first.
yeah, sure, but it gave that scene a lot of impact.
Oh, yeah.
In a way that we needed
Visually.
yeah, it was
And-
cool,
and
right?
Emotionally too.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Emotional, Like,
Yeah.
it was great. It had an effect.
Yeah, I would even go so far as to say it had multiple effects.
What?
Oh, yeah,
look at
that's-
this guy.
He shoots, he scores.
Yes. We would be remiss not to talk about Daredevil.
Daredevil, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, is that how it's pronounced?
Well, that's how I'm trying to
Ah,
make it
yes.
happen, and hasn't really picked up.
Well,
but
anything we can do to help.
Yeah.
Anything we can do to
Daredevil,
help. Daredevil.
yeah,
Yep. We're gonna
Um,
change the television show too.
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ah.
we can do that.
It's
Yeah.
happening.
As two of the pretty important guys on
Yeah.
Daredevil.
Who else would
Yeah.
wear this robe but
Yeah.
someone with a lot of power?
And I got this medallion.
I have my show badge and a
looks good.
microphone. So, in Daredevil.
You got a nice watch. Where you get that
Thanks,
watch,
man.
Soul.
You're gonna shake his hand, it's gonna be gone.
So Daredevil,
Yeah,
Daredevil,
Daredevil,
the
it's
book that I'm
Daredevil,
writing. Issue 12 comes out on Wednesday, which is the next chapter
I
in
can't believe
the.
you seriously still have your hand behind your back.
I'm.
I wouldn't trust
Someone
this guy.
asked about your watch.
That's
That's the.
absurd.
Listen, I've lived in New York for a long time.
Okay,
I
fair
know the
enough.
business. So. Daredevil, issue 12 comes out on Wednesday. It is part 3 of the Dark Art storyline, which
I
is
love
about
this new villain you're putting
Muse. Yeah,
Yes.
he is a creepy serial killer jerk who is murdering lots of people and turning them into works of art. And his motivation is sort of that anything he does is justified as long as it's making cool art. And as an artist and creator myself, and as someone who knows many of them,
Someone who is killed for art.
absolutely, I think most of us
You
have.
heard it here first,
Yep.
folks. Charles Soule
All
has
the-
killed a man.
All the real. Man, all the really good ones have. All the really good ones have. But it's neat to be able to sort of tell the parallel story between this sort of. It's a story about artists and creators, but it's also a story about a terrifying new villain for Daredevil to face and beat down. Hopefully, we'll see. Maybe he doesn't beat him down. Blind Spot also has a really pivotal role through this
What's
story,
wrong, Blind Spot?
which is cool. And then as we move past that story, we get a 2-issue arc that I cannot wait to have out. It's about Bullseye shows up, the scary old Bullseye, and
I like that character.
yeah.
Bullseye.
And in issue
Call me
16,
Bullseye.
the whole issue, it's me and Gordon Suzuka is the artist, sort of swinging for the
so
fences.
good.
So good.
Good.
And the whole thing takes place. So on page 1, Bullseye shoots his sniper rifle, basically, and the whole issue takes place between it leaving the barrel of his rifle and hitting Matt.
That sounds
That's
awesome.
awesome.
And so it's all like very internal and Matt, but yet it's still very action packed and cool. And I literally have no idea how Goran's going to do it,
That's all.
but I cannot wait to see it. That's
Like,
like
but
the
I'm gonna
best.
make him do it.
Yeah, it's the best high wire act in comics is when you do something like that and you're like, these guys are so good, they're going to pull it off.
Now I
you know?
assume you're going with the iconic Colin Farrell version of Bullseye.
Oh, absolutely.
I love.
Yeah.
100%.
I
There is-
love-
there is no other.
He thinks I'm joking, but I love Colin Farrell as Bullseye.
He loves that
was
movie so
the
much.
man.
You have very specific, particular
Yeah,
tastes.
It's
Sure
really
do.
in terms
it
of your
makes him a
Marvel
very
fandom. Yeah.
interesting
Bullseye.
person.
Yeah. Crystal sucks. Colin Farrell Bullseye,
Colin
though.
Farrell Bullseye.
Yeah. Mhm.
Dynamic performance.
Yeah.
Matched
Very.
only by Affleck's power.
Come on, all right,
we'll stop.
let's move
All right,
away
let's
from
go.
that
We're
avenue.
going-
Away from that avenue. You also have. We're not going to really talk too much about the book, but you have like a show, and you have your band.
Yes, yes.
And
The
you're
Wizard,
playing
the
a show.
Wizard. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a book for another company that
Yeah.
I'm doing that is about wizards, and so there is a wizard band performing tonight at Bowmore Lanes. You know, should be
Really?
cool. Yeah.
Are you dressing
Um,
up? Do you get to put on?
Well, the thing
mean,
is, who knows what's
you need
under
a go-go
the wizard
dancer?
beard?
Yeah.
Anybody could be under the wizard beard and wizard hat. Could be anybody under there.
It's true. It's
Could
true.
be me.
Yeah.
Could be somebody else.
Could be Gilgamesh. No, not Gilgamesh.
No, not
He's not a
Gilgamesh.
wizard.
He's not a wizard.
Gargamel.
Gargamel is
Gargamel,
definitely a wizard.
wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could be Gargamel.
Yeah.
Gargamel is an incredibly powerful dark wizard.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So you got to watch out if you come
Yeah.
to the wizard party. Is what
Cool.
we're saying. Yeah.
I like that.
So it's
All
gonna
right,
be
we
fun.
got about 45 seconds left. Charles, give one last plug on everything you're doing. Tell people where they can find you
Wow,
online.
45 seconds,
Tell them what
jeez.
your address is.
okay.
If they wanted to link up with you on LinkedIn.
If they want my
whatever.
watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Look,
Um,
I'm watching that watch, buddy.
I know you are. Best place to find me online is on Twitter. It's just my name, Charles Soule, at Charles Soule. I'm currently writing the stuff we've talked about today, as well as the Uncanny Inhuman series. Bunch of cool Star Wars stuff, the Poe Dameron series, which is a
Oh, yeah, we
blast.
didn't even get to that, sorry.
Yeah, Star Wars.
You're gonna have to come back.
I will come back.
Yeah.
It's been a great time.
Yeah.
So I'm doing that. As far as, again, best place to get me is really Twitter or my website, charlessoule.com, Facebook, all the usual spots. And best of all is in the books. So thanks so
Right on.
much.
Very
Yeah.
cool. Guys, we're going to be back in just a sec with Jim Starr.